Good day, Dumelang, Sanbonani. It is your boy Cody, Ntonayako 012, where the English goes Brugutlu. And on this week's show of the Sports Wrap, very special edition, as we are here covering the USSA Champs 2024, which has been amazing with over 50 teams from 28 universities. It is set to be a stellar of a show, with this year's edition being very special with the addition of male teams this year. Let me tell you something, they will be definitely bringing a different tempo to the whole tournament. I'm excited. I hope you are excited as well. But the ladies said, no. We also want to be a part of this, and they are definitely doing exactly that. With a lot of battles to be settled from Varsity Cup last year, Marties, that is UJ, the host, and Vits, the co-host, are here to settle a couple of scores from Varsity Cup. I'm really excited. I hope you are as well. And of course, all of this wouldn't have been possible without our friends and supporters from Spar, Puma, and of course, Netball South Africa. Colin was, of course, on the ground speaking to some big dignitaries in terms of course, the netball coaches from South Africa, talking to a couple of coaches from all the other universities and some empires. It's quite exciting. Colin, over to you.
What a way to experience the 2024 USSA Netball Championship here at the University of Johannesburg. Of course, with me, I've got the national team coach and assistant coach, Ms. Jenny van Dijk, as well as Zanele Mtotana. These coaches, of course, are responsible for the national team, the Spar Proteas. On my left here is Zanele Mtotana, who is the former coach for Matis Stellenbosch University. On my right, from Tux. Last year, she won the Varsity Netball Cup, of course, beating UJ there. Zanele eliminated UJ in the semi-final of the same tournament, and they are, of course, here to witness the spectacle of netball at the University of Johannesburg. Ma'am, I'm going to start with you. Of course, you've seen the talent that's in here, the caliber of students that are participating in here. As a national coach, I'm sure you should be eyeing some names there.
Yes, definitely. Always. We love what the university systems brings to the party. This year they included the male section, which is a step in the right direction. The males help the females to become stronger as well. So that's good for university sport. And we really just value, both of us coming out of university systems know the value that they add to the national program. And yes, definitely a lot of young talent coming through in all the different sections.
Zanele, your overall impression so far, you've seen some few players participate, if not all of them. If you could maybe just mention the standard of play from the males team, considering that it's their first time taking part in this championship here.
Yeah, well, yesterday I got an opportunity to watch TUT against UJ. It was a spectacle. I mean, it was full to capacity here, and people were even live streaming the game. I thought the standard was just amazing. And as Jenny said, you know, the men really helped the women to become much stronger. But it's a different game for the males. They're very agile. They've got the explosiveness, the agility, and just the speed, you know, and the flair that they bring as well. So it's been quite exciting, and we've really enjoyed being able to see both the men and the women playing.
Looking at the standard of play in this championship here, of course, we should be able to see some names in the national netball team. Ma'am, we just came from the Netball World Cup. Of course, this is where the professional part of the netball sport is starting out. You know, from high school, we can't really say we can scout for national teams from there, but this is where it starts at university level. And then, of course, we go to TNL, and then we go to other higher competitions like that. Do you think from here, what do you think the future of netball could be?
Well, you know, I think at this stage we are really seeing a bunch of young players come through all the different ranks, and it's not just at the university competitions. Last week we had the Telkom Netball Championships, and you know, it's sometimes people think that it's only through a university system that you can make it all the way to become a Protea player, and that's not quite true, but the value that they add is obviously always there. So yes, definitely a lot of talent, and a lot of players that I've seen develop throughout the past 2, 3, 4 years through varsity netball and USSA. I mean, even the Marties, all the games here at the moment, Marty sticks just played each other, and you know, the one beats the next, the one beats the next. There's not one dominant team here at the moment, which makes it quite a good competitive situation to be in, which helps our players to improve even more.
And of course, they might be biased a little bit, considering that they've coached some of the university teams here. Of course, on my left, Matis, and on my right, UP Tux. Ma'am, I just wanted to find out from you, both the two of you, right? You've seen the teams win some games. This is day 3 of the competition. Who do you lean on in terms of performances? Who has impressed you the most? Without being, biased to your former teams, of course.
Well, I don't think it's about being biased. I think it's about loyalty. The same loyalty you develop through the program that has supported you and that carried you through to become the national coach is the program that you do stay loyal to. But in saying that, we are the national coaches and we look at all the players and we're definitely not favouring anybody at this stage. It's a difficult year, I must say. In the beginning, the first day, I was leaning towards UJ and Kovsies making it into that finals. On day 1 performance, but then the one team beat one team with 10. That it just opened up everything. So now I was just talking to the Kovsies coach and we were saying we have no idea what the lock looks like at the moment. It's still fair game for absolutely everybody, but definitely between Marty Sturks, UJ Kovsies, those are the 4 that I feel are really coming strongly for that semi-final position.
Do you share the same sentiments?
100%. I think it's extremely open. You can't call it as yet. It does depend on what the teams do between the 4 lines. I mean, we just saw a tightly contested Marty's and Tix match now. Tix just edging them by 1, but that's not going to be. That's not even a true reflection of what is to come the finals and semi-finals. But the top 4, I think they pretty much there. The usual suspects. And then when it comes to semi-final stages, that's when the competition starts and it's all or nothing.
Your take on the performances from the male teams?
Yeah, I think the male teams are doing quite well. The standard is quite high. It's quite exciting. It's got a lot of flair and excitement that comes with it. And we love the fact that we could be in the same space, and there's just been absolutely just. The standard, the quality of netball has been good. There've been no issues, so we know that this product does work. It's the first time that it's happening like this. So I'm looking forward to a couple more years of the men and the women being together.
I've spoken to quite a number of different people as students, as coaches, as umpires and officials from different federations. And they seem to be saying the same thing, that USSA is getting better and better each year. Is that your same view, ma'am?
Yes, definitely. And it's a step in the right direction. And I must say, we spent quite a lot of time in the Premier League and in the BSC sections as well, evaluating some of the coaches here. And even the level and the quality there has become much better. So I can see everybody is really taking their netball quite serious this year.
What a way to experience netball here at the University of Johannesburg. Of course, is the 2024 USSA Netball Championship. And we hope that the best teams will win this competition. I just hope personally that it stays in Johannesburg, whether it's Vets, whether it's UJ. We will see at the end of the tournament. And of course, we are very blessed to have very important people here, such as Jenny and Zanele in our midst. And we hope that this championship will get better and better going into the future. From us here at UJTV, we'll see you in the next one. We're coming to you from the UJ Netball courts here in Westdean. Of course, it's the 2024 USSA Netball Championship unfolding here at the University of Johannesburg. We've got Netball South Africa in the building. USSA is here, Puma is here, SPA is here, UJ is well represented, as well as the Vets University here in Johannesburg. With me here is Ms. Tumisani Chauge, the chairperson of USSA Netball, and of course she's going to talk to us about the experience of netball here at the championship. She played a very pivotal role last year in the 2023 Netball World Cup in South Africa. Ma'am, thank you for your time. I wanted to find out from you. You've seen the students play. This is day 3 of this tournament today. And your overall impression of how this tournament has unfolded here at the University of Johannesburg.
Well, firstly, thank you so much for having me, and thank you so much for coming out and giving us some media coverage. We really appreciate that. The more media we get, the better. So we appreciate that. Yeah, so it's day 3 of the 2024 USSA Netball Championships, and it's jam-packed with action. We start our first round always at 8 o'clock, and the last round starts at 4 o'clock and ends around 5:30. We do have about 50 teams that are currently participating and competing at this year's championship. So thank you so much to UJ for allowing us to use the beautiful facilities that you can see behind us. There's action everywhere. We've got 8 active courts at any given time, which means you've got a minimum of 30 players to 40 players playing at any point in time.
And of course, this tournament couldn't come at an opportune time, right after the World Cup that took place here in South Africa last year. You have sort of seen how teams, international teams, performed in the Netball World Cup. Now here at the USAs, do you think we're still carrying on with the same momentum that we've seen from the World Cup last year?
Well, the intensity is definitely different. The level of skill is different. The standard is different because here we come down to, a university level. So the players here, are also student athletes. So I would say the competitiveness is there. The desire to win is there, the will to want to do well and represent your university is there. So that is what we appreciate. Obviously, you cannot take student athletes and compete, all our student athletes and compare them to international athletes, although some of them do play international netball. However, the standard is quite different, and I don't think it's a fair comparison. But yeah, the competitiveness is here, the will to fight, the will to win, the will to represent the universities, and I just think student athletes just want to get onto a netball court and play sport.
I must congratulate USSA Netball for the incredible work that they have done in putting this tournament together. I mean, you've brought in officials from an international level, people that have umpired in the World Cup, at other international events as well. You've got different sponsorships that came on board as well. You seem like you went all out to make sure that this one is a success.
Well, it is our inaugural male inclusion when we're looking at transformation, gender equality, as well as offering equal opportunities to all our student athletes. We needed to ensure that we reinforce the support. I mean, we could easily, run this without most sponsors if it was just 33 female teams, but now you have an added 17 male teams. So all the support that we got from Puma, from SPA and Netball South Africa, UJ, VETS, as well as University Sports South Africa, was really needed to make sure that we make this one a successful one. Big bang, especially like you said, coming off of a World Cup, you want to make sure that you have a good experience and you create a good experience, a good environment for all student athletes coming to the competition.
28 universities, 2 international teams that came here to participate, 50 student teams. That's incredible. And that just shows that you guys wanted to go all out. What is your take on this number of teams that are participating here and the fact that you've included even universities from outside South Africa?
Yes, we do have Namibia University of Science and Technology that have shown interest in participating. So as part of USSA's mandate to help develop and empower the countries around us, we allow our neighbors to come in and they play. So they are currently participating in the C division. We also have opened up to a couple of TVET colleges that are here, have registered as members of University Sports South Africa. So also part of inclusivity and opening up opportunities to student athletes. So yeah, I guess it's a team effort. It's a team effort. I mean, if the member institutions do not support the vision of what USSA wants to do and then cascading it down to what USSA Netball wanted to do, it would not have been possible. So we thank all our member institutions for supporting us and also coming to participate. And we thank as well the USSA NEC for trusting us, to pull off such a great tournament, a tournament of this magnitude with 50 teams. I mean, if you look at our exco, a bunch of young people, a bunch of young people that just want to serve the sport, and we're quite blessed that we all come from a sporting background where we played and are now administrators, and we're able to make sure that things run well, even though there might be challenges here and there, but the success of the tournament is what counts at the end.
About 2 years ago, Netball South Africa introduced professional contracts to players, and TNL is taking shape. USSA, of course, is happening every year, and it seems to grow. varsity netball as well attracts quite big numbers. You've had the Netball World Cup in South Africa. The future of netball in South Africa seems to be going very well. It looks it looks good. From a spectator perspective, I think you guys are doing incredible work. It's a melting pot of talent here in this tournament, with the males, with the different female teams as well, with the international students. You've got locals, Africans, and people from outside of Africa as well. What is the future from Dumisani's point of view?
Ooh, the future from Dumisani's point of view is quite limited because, I think the aim is just to have as many student athletes coming to USSA competitions. Already I'm having a headache about next year because now you're going to have more institutions coming wanting to bring their second teams, more institutions coming wanting to bring their male teams, which means now we need minimum 10 courts to have a USSA tournament, and that might, it's a good problem to have, it's a good headache to have, but not when you must make decisions. But we'll have a good challenge. The sport is growing, the competition is growing, and we welcome every challenge that comes with that.
Thank you so much for that. And then in closing, of course, I just wanted to mention or list the number of sponsors that you have here and your word of thanks to them.
Yes, absolutely. So our word of gratitude goes out to SPA for the support. As you can see, we've got quite a lot of SPA branding out here. Thank you so much for their continued support and contribution to the development of netball in South Africa, and then now coming into university sport. We'd like to thank Netball South Africa, our mother body, who we are an associate member. They advise, guidance, support is also actually, assisting us to make sure that we are hosting successful tournaments. And also to Puma South Africa took a bet on us. It's the first time that they're coming on to university sport, especially USSA Netball. They took a bet on us, and I think they like what they're seeing, and we are hoping that the partnership will grow. And of course, UJ for hosting us, Vets for being a co-host, and then most importantly, University Sport South Africa, Exco for trusting us to pull off such a great job.
Thank you so much. I'm quite excited. We're going to speak to a number of students, of course, that will share their perspectives with us, their excitement, whether their teams are doing well, do they need to improve, what do they think went wrong if they didn't win. But I want to tell you this, we are having fun here at the UJ Netball courts in West Dean, and I can't wait to see UJ lift that trophy. Of course, I'm going to be biased because I'm wearing the badge. You know what I mean?
Of course, you have to be. Come on. Well, I'd like to see TUT somewhere there on the medal podium, but the teams are doing quite well. Not so great with the girls, but I know they will sort themselves out. But our boys are quite competitive, so I'm looking forward to seeing the end results come Friday.
May the best team win. Thank you.
So hi, I'm Tandiwa Mukiti. I'm a veteran player, and my impression of the tournament is that it is well hosted, I must say. A variety of people here. It's a great competition to be a part of, a lot of opportunity for students, and overall, great team experience.
Your team has played 5 matches so far, and what do you make of your performances?
I think we've done well, all wins. We haven't lost yet. Actually, we haven't lost at all, and we will not be losing. But overall, I think we've done well, improving each game and just taking it as it comes.
And you've met other students from other universities. You've seen how they play, their talent. Who do you think your best bet is on, except Vets, of course? If you removed Vets from the equation, who do you think can take this tournament?
Well, in the Premier League, I think TUT is giving a lot of people a run for their money, as well as Varsity College. And in the Super League, I will bet my money on Tucks and Coffees.
So you're ruling out UJ?
Oh, UJ is having a great game. I must say, they will definitely take the Super League. Actually, they will take it. Is
this your first time participating in USSA Netball, or have you done other tournaments before? If you have, what do you think is your impression of this one versus the previous ones?
I've participated in Varsity Cup. So I think Varsity Cup is a larger tournament, but obviously USA is more like there's more people, more variety, more varsities. It's a bigger space to meet more people. So that's just the difference there.
All right. What position do you play, and what do you make of your own performances?
So I play defense, wing defense, goal defense. Of my own performance, I think there's a lot of improvement there's a lot of things to improve on. There's always room for improvement, but so far it's been so good on the body, just keeping defensive play. Yeah.
I must say, I've been impressed by quite a number of teams here. Of course, in Johannesburg, of course, we've got netball here. As much as we are shooting netball, we also have hockey that's being held at Vets, and we've got USA squash that's taking place at Parkview Squash Center. Have you seen the players there that are playing hockey at your campus?
Oh yes, so we have been able to see some of the hockey and support some of our own teams. It's a great tournament. Everything's going well actually. Like it's well hosted, everyone's having fun. So it's nice to just be athletes together in different sports. So yeah, that's a great experience too.
I want you to say hashtag UJ all the way.
Vets for good.
I had to throw that one in there. Of course, we are here in the spirit of netball, and we are having fun. Whether you're from Vets, from UJ, from UCT, University of Limpopo, anywhere in the country, we're just happy to see students having fun, playing netball, showcasing the best that they have learned over the years, and may the best team win.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. With me here is the head coach of the UJ males team, who has guided the troops here at the University of Johannesburg to 4 wins out of 5 games so far, with a few more games still to go. Nomsa Zungu will talk to us about how she prepared her team. Ma'am, we spoke to you about your team and preparations earlier 2 weeks ago. So now the varsity netball action here. Sorry. Let's start again. I'm just gonna take it from there. Ne? All right. The USA netball tournament is happening right now here at the University of Johannesburg, and your team has done incredibly well, winning 4 of the 5 games. Of course, they're still gonna play another game later today, and 2 more games tomorrow, and then the finals or the playoffs on Friday.
Yes.
What has been your impression so far?
My impression is my team is capable more than what they are providing currently. Yes, we are winning with a big margin and high margin. And when it matters, then we crack a bit. So we need to fix the cracks to prepare for the final, because that's what we're here for. We want to have the first USAs and actually get gold out of it. But in order to achieve that, or to accomplish that, even when we play the weaker side, we need to have set standards compared to it is an easier one, so we're just going to let it go.
I've seen a number of players that have impressed me personally in the tournament. The likes of Kwandile Sitole, the captain, Sandile as well. Sabelo,
Yes.
Sabelo the shooter,
Yes.
and Simo.
Yes, the
Simo has done Golatech, yeah. All of them, they pretty good, but I think those ones are the ones that when I watched, I sort of
stood out for you.
they stood out for me. So I was thinking, what are the takeouts for you as a manager for these players, since you've seen them play in the past 5 games so far? So what do you think you take from this team?
No doubt they're quality players. Literally, Sabelo and Gwandile, they've been in the Protea camp, and that's what we look for when we play. But in me saying this, they still need to adjust to everyone else, because it takes a team to win a tournament compared to individuals. And I would like to think my team is playing as a unit. As much as there are those individuals that stand out, they still have to be in sync with the thought process. We still have to get the buy-in of everyone, of which I think we're doing well, as much as we have 1 loss against a TUT, but we still are in sync with the thought process. We must just keep grinding it until it plays out for us. Like I said, we want gold.
Speaking of that 1 loss to TUT there, I was going to ask, so far you've bulldozed all the other teams that you've played, and TUT is the only one that put a stop or brakes on your performances, guys. And I was thinking, which team is your most, which team would you likely want to meet in the final? And if it's TUT, what do you think you have to do differently to win them?
Definitely TUT. Honestly, they are really, they have the same caliber we have. So player by player, head by head, we can match them. In me saying this, they really played out their cards yesterday, and we had a chance to see what they have to offer compared to us sticking to what we thought was going to work for the game. Literally, they moved their keeper player to a center position, and that's obviously a different ball game. Again, in me saying this, we can match player for player, head for head with them, which I would like to prefer. Well, I would like to think we would want them in a final, and hence then the continuous wins, because we want to cross over with them, and that will actually prove to us that we are capable. As the UJ male, we are capable. As much as it's the first USA, we won gold, and we are capable, and we will probably get it right. This all takes training and grinding it throughout the week.
And of course, the other UJ teams, that's UJ1,
Yes.
that's the senior team, and then
Yes.
UJ2, sort of the
Yes.
B team of the university for the ladies. They are also winning their games.
Yes.
I think the UJ1 team has only lost one game so far,
Yes.
just the same as you guys.
Yes.
And UJ2 has won all their games as well.
Yeah.
What do you make of UJ's dominance in this year's USAs?
I can just say I am so proud of the UJ management, because UJ management netball, to be specific, because there's only 3 employees and we're managing the troops. And obviously with the volunteers helping us, we're kind of grateful. We're like super grateful to the fact that they show up for us when we need them the most. Hence we can manage the troops. We are so lucky to have disciplined players. I mean, managing 3 teams and continuously having to work with the bunch throughout the season in preps for USA, it takes a lot from a person, 6 a.m.s, late nights, and we were able to do that. And with the performance currently, I think we should be super proud as management as a whole. And like, kudos to Sisbo, because without her, then there would be no discipline. I mean, we have big characters in the teams, and with her supervisory, she kind of helps to tone everything down. And with that being said, they must just wait and see what UJ has to give.
Well done there with the performances. My next question was going to be, well, my last question was going to be where to from here, but I won't ask that just yet, because we are still going to play the finals. And
All of us.
when you win, not if you win, so
No,
when you win, I will ask you that question, where to from here. So for now, we're gonna leave it there, and we'll speak to them on Friday after they win the championship here at the University of Johannesburg.
We have to grind it out first, but definitely we're gonna win. We'll literally have to grind it out first. Each team at UJ has to grind it out, and we all are capable. Coaches and players, we're capable of making sure that we grind it out until we get the final.
That was Nomsa Zungu, the head coach for the UJ males netball team here in the USAs. And we hope to see her lift that trophy at the end of this tournament here in Johannesburg. And of course, we've seen some very amazing performances from both the ladies teams, that's UJ1 and UJ2, as well as the males team, winning with whopping big scores. All right, I've got the captain here with me, Kwanda Sitole. And he's going to tell us about their performances in the USA Netball Championship. For the first time, the males are participating in this championship. Kwanda, your team has done exceptionally well since the start of the tournament on Monday. Today is Wednesday, day 3 of the tournament. You still continue to win with such big scores. You only lost 1 out of 5 games. How do you guys do that?
I guess it's with the way how we prepared going throughout the tournament. We've been working hard to actually be able to manage to play 2 games, because we knew it won't be a 1 game each day, it would be maybe 2 or 3. So I think our preparations were based on having to sustain a performance of 2 games a day.
And you're winning with such big scores. Is it stuff that you've been training for in the training, preparing for? Did you anticipate these kind of performances against the other teams, considering the fact that it's your first time playing these teams, and you didn't know how they prepared for this tournament? So what was your intention, and how do you feel about the big scores as well?
We told ourselves we want to take each game as it's as well as each ball over the pole, each ball at a time. And I think at some point we didn't even look at the score. We just wanted to play. That's why we ended up maybe scoring close to 70 most of our games, as well as just taking care of each other, because that's what the coaches have been asking us to always play for one another. Just never mind what the outcome is. Then we'll see at the end if whatever we did actually led us to what we wanted, or we still need to work on a few things, which I think as the work is still long, we can still work on a few things to actually be able to win the tournament.
So far, you've got a game left today. You've got 2 games tomorrow, and then you'll do the playoffs on Friday. At the rate that you're going, it seems like you can make it to the finals. And should you get there, what do you think you need to do to win it?
I think we actually have enough numbers to get ourselves to the final. And if we actually have to get there, we just need to also, like I said, take care of each other on court and off, do a lot of recovery, stretches, analysis to actually help us plan for what to expect. Because like you said, it's our first time playing all these teams, and we actually don't know what they can give, and we just need to anticipate it by actually looking them and analyzing their game.
For the first time in this tournament, today you played your Joburg derby against the Wits University, and you've won that game, so you've got the bragging rights for Johannesburg.
Yeah, we've got bragging rights. We've played them before, like on a match, like friendly matches. It was the first time actually on a competition like this. And luckily we came out on top. I know my coach is very not pleased with the score, but as a player and with that team, I think we actually did really great. Because she's comparing with what happened at our preparations, and I think even now they've actually prepared enough to actually put that performance they just put against us.
You being the first male captain for the UJ team, what do you think this means to you, and what would it mean for you to win this tournament for the very first time as you're participating in here?
I was very humbled when I was captain. I did not actually expect it. Our team is made up of leaders, I believe, because they are capable of leading this team, and with preparations going to this tournament, I think what it will mean a lot if we actually were able to win it. But again, I wouldn't force it down on their throats. I know what they're capable of, and if it happens that it will mean a lot, and it would actually set a bar that we want to set as UJ males going forward to next USAs and whatever tournament we actually play.
Kwanda, thank you for your time, and we wish you all the best in the tournament.
Thank you, sir, for having me.
With me here, I've got Ansu Kemp, the official umpire for the USSA tournament here at the University of Johannesburg. Of course, she's an international umpire who's also representing Netball South Africa here. To speak to us about the standard of this championship here, we thought we should speak to an official who understands netball at the highest level, and just to gauge how is the student championship here unfolding at the University of Johannesburg. Ma'am, thank you for your time. So far, what has been your impression of this tournament?
Well, I've been enjoying it. Lovely weather in Johannesburg at the moment. I believe the cold is coming. So, but yeah, very well organized. Courts are well technical. UJ people just all around smiles. And let's talk about the standard of play. As I said, I'm really impressed. I've been doing USSA for many years now, but everything is just uplifting. The players are growing, the coaches are growing, and it's really good to see, because this is where the base is coming from the universities, going in for TNL and obviously hopefully for Protea players at the end of the day.
Speaking of Protea players, of course, we have some students here who have been selected for Netball South Africa, the SPA Proteas team. Some of them have played in the World Cup, the Vitality World Cup, Netball World Cup last year in 2023, the likes of Semi Nguba. And of course, she's not playing because she's playing overseas now from UJ. And of course, there's other faces that I've seen here that were selected for the Netball national team, right? And I just wanted to hear from you, when you look at the caliber of the students that are playing here in this tournament, what do you see in terms of the future of netball in South Africa, from gauging from what has been unfolding here for the past 3 days?
Well, definitely growth. And I think everybody is giving a run for their money, and everybody is playing hard to get there. And with those Protea players actually playing in the university teams, that uplifts the standards of play as well. As soon as you take them out, what is there to work for? And I think, and that's how you can actually measure yourself. as well. I'm not playing now at the moment, but I'm sure they're measuring themselves to a Protea player. But again, I'm really happy. It's been great to umpire these matches. Very high standard. Have to have eyes all over to see everything. But well done to the players that are here, and well done to UJ as well.
Thank you so much, Colin. And there you have it, kings and queens. The USSA Champs 2024 done and dusted. If you went here, where were you? Because I am telling you, a lot of teams came up. They showed a lot of guts, showed a lot of grit. And that's what this tournament is all about. We say this is where talent meets opportunity. And that's definitely happened. We enjoyed everything. The gents with their tempo. The ladies keeping up to date with everything. We loved every moment of it. Thank you so much once again for tuning into the show. Don't forget to follow us. It is UJTV. And don't forget to follow the UJ Sports page. It is UJ Sports across all social media platforms. Thank you so much. See you again next week, same time, same place.